You're kidding me.
No, we were screaming.
No, you're kidding me. Are you kidding me? Oh, no.
That is really not cool with a large family, 2 homes if we have someone else living in this home. Hey guys, welcome back to another video. Thank you to Homeschooling for sponsoring today's video. I am coming to you from a homeschool day. I've actually been trying to vlog for several days. It's just not easy. We've been going hard with homeschool. It took us a while after our Kenya trip to really get back in the groove of things. There's just so much going on with the new house. So much going on with summer camps and all the summer things. And our little house is feeling overwhelming. But we found a great incentive to get our work done in the mornings, and it really is helping. I love it when I have some incentive. It's been much harder since we moved away from the house with the pool in the backyard, because that was always the incentive. Let's get out to the pool. But we've been meeting our friends, actually our old neighbors that we would swim with all the time. We've been meeting them at the YMCA pool every afternoon, or several times a week anyway. And it really does help us push through and get our work done in the morning so that we can go play with them for a couple hours. And that has been excellent incentive. We are plowing through. A lot of my kids are doing 2 days every day and getting it done in the mornings, but it's intense. Our house looks pretty wild when we're schooling because we focus just on school. If I actually am distracted by anything, my phone. Yesterday I was uploading books from my phone to our private YouTube that I put some books I read aloud through my phone onto for kids later. Anything that distracts us even a little, me especially, we won't get done. And so yesterday I didn't quite get done, so I have a little more with one of my kids today. Anyway, we really do have to focus, and it's hard to vlog on those days. However, I picked up the camera today, although I won't vlog much during the school day because we've got to plow through it. There's something very exciting happening today, and that is exciting, terrifying, I'm not sure. We're drilling for a well today again. We did that maybe a year ago. Was it a year ago? Probably about that. And we did not get water. We're in an area that's very difficult to get water, but we are going to try one more time. We're going to try behind our house, and we're really praying. We need water. We need water here. We're on rural water, but our area is not allowing more hookups because the water is overused. Lots of city people moving to the country, putting in-ground sprinklers in many acres of land. It's just overtaxed, and so they haven't allowed new systems for a while, or new hookups. So if we don't get a well today, we're not trying again for a while. It's expensive to try, but then we will have to take our water from our small house down to our new house. You can see our new house is down there. That is a very, very expensive process. However, the other day, if you recall, there were 2 older gentlemen that came with their mowers. We didn't have mower working, we still don't, and they just, friends of a friend, and they came out and helped us and mowed the whole thing. Well, when we sat, we were feeding them sandwiches and sitting out talking to them under the tree, and one of them has, he's an older gentleman that has just collected so many pieces of equipment over the years, and he has collected something that actually, it's a machine that plows down a path to bury a wire or bury pipes or whatever. I don't even know what it is, honestly, I forgot. But he's like, oh, you know, your friend can borrow this and do it if you want. And that would save a lot of money. However, it's still very expensive to lay all that piping from here to there, take the water from here to there, and it limits us because there's not much water in our area. They're trying to regulate the water usage in our area. They actually have implemented a higher tax, or something like happens when you go over a certain amount of water usage, your bill goes sky high, and that's more recently. So like triples or something. That is really not cool with a large family, 2 homes if we have someone else living in this home. And we're asked all the time, what are we doing with this home? We're not sure yet, and we're just waiting on the Lord to know what we're supposed to do. We might rent it out. We could keep it for a guest house, but that would be kind of, that wouldn't be helpful right now because we need to do some renovations on it. It would be nice to have some income. Everybody thinks Judah and Katie are moving in. Right now they are not planning to. They'd like to live a little farther away from their siblings for their first year or so of marriage, which I totally get. So I'm not sure if they'll want it down the line, or one of the other kids will want it down the line. Anyway, there's a lot of what ifs. We have family that could be moving here, that could use it. We're just not sure, so we're waiting. But can you imagine 2 homes on the same water line? That would be very hard to keep it in under that certain amount. I mean, have a kid leave a hose on overnight and you're in trouble. So many reasons why we really need to find water today. We're really hoping to. Thankfully, we do have another plan if it doesn't happen. Obviously, we're on water right now. So, but it's just not ideal. So we've been praying, Lord help us. Let it be a miracle today. The machines came yesterday. They're all set up. We had a horrible storm last night, lost power all through the night, but I think the plan is still on. That's why I'm vlogging. I want to document this process and hopefully some good news. Look at these kids. They've already gotten started. Whew, what a mess everything is. Ignore the mess. Wow, you guys are doing a good job already. Solo took my car, so we can't actually probably go to the pool today.
And we might go to Isabelle's yard.
We might go to our neighbor's yard, yes.
If we don't go to the pool.
Yep.
Well,
but we had to like empty out the car because Solo took it to get it detailed.
It was easy.
Oh, nice. The youth took it recently to youth camp, and it just really needs to be cleaned very well. From us more than the youth, probably. So he took it in, but yeah, we keep like a little store of diapers. I don't know why we keep some plastic forks up there in that vehicle. Some always wipes. Wipes are very important in a van with children. I think even if I didn't have a kid in diapers, I would want wipes in there for sticky things. Yep, and we got Band-Aids. We keep these in the top of our van. So we have some extra van things in here. It's a lot. To me, seeing all this mess is chaos. It's a struggle, but if I get up and clean everything right now, then I will not get all this school done. So let me stop vlogging and get to reading and to work. Oh, there's another must-have for the car. A roll of trash bags. Most of our school is done now. We're just wrapping up a few things. This house will quickly be back in shape. We have been using Homeglow for a while. And the nice thing about Homeglow, it's a home cleaning service, and when someone comes in and takes care of the dirty work, the deep cleaning things, when you can just pick up your house. For us, we have a lot of children, so we make a mess very quickly, just doing regular things like homeschooling or whatever, dinner. And it's so nice just to know that the deep cleaning is done, so we can quickly pick up and the house is back to being very nice. When we have someone from Homeglow come over, we have them focus on the bathrooms, the dark corners of the kitchen floor, and just all the wood floors. And it is just so wonderful to have a house that is sparkling clean, the showers, the tubs, everything. We have really enjoyed it. They have an online booking system that makes it very easy to get someone for the day you need. We've done it last minute. You can set it up more regularly. We can't always do everything alone. Sometimes you just need something taken off your plate. There is no shame in that at all. Whatever you choose to take off your plate, but for us, this is what has worked great. If I'm gonna sacrifice something with my own time, I'd rather be cleaning. So they have something called a Forever Clean membership, which saves you $30 an hour. And with that, you can book unlimited cleaning starting at just $19 an hour. So when you go to homeglow.com/tribeofmany or scan this QR code, you can get your first 3 hours for just $19, which is a really good deal. Just see what it's like to take cleaning off your plate. The reason it's been so quiet here the last few seconds is because the kids, we noticed that the crane is up. I don't know if you can see that over the garage there, but the crane is up, and they've all gone down. There goes Eli. They've all gone down to see if the drilling has started. When it started, I think Belle's gonna go pick up Solo from work. He wants to come home and be a part of the action, and he is carless right now because of our van. We have been really excited about drilling and waiting for the date, but like when it actually happens, it's very nerve-wracking. We're nervous. Try not to be nervous, but you know, last time it didn't work out, and some of our neighbors have drilled 8, 9 times and it not worked out. And sometimes they drill 7, 8, whatever times, and then they finally do get a well. So it's just a very dry area over here when we're talking about deep underground. This guy will go past the limestone, which the last company would not, so that might help. We'll see. In other news, I was gonna ask you guys, we have a chicken, I think it is a chicken that's been laying for a while, that's suddenly laying the gray eggs with streaks in them. So I'm not sure what that means. It's just one of them every day. I don't think it's one of our new ones, because when the new ones, one of them has started laying and they're real small when they're new. Oh, there's a little fly, country problems. So I'm not sure what's going on there. A couple of these eggs need to be cleaned. But also we have gotten a lot less eggs lately, and I feel like we finally figured out that we have a chicken eating eggs, or several chickens eating eggs. So this morning Eli and I were researching how to get chickens to stop eating their eggs, and he finally caught one. We knew we were getting a lot less, sometimes half, sometimes just a few eggs a day, where we were getting 10 to 14 a day before. I think our chickens need more calcium, so I'm gonna dry some of the eggshells after we're eating them, crush them, give them back to them. But because the eggshells have been less strong, I think they must have tried a couple that were cracked and they got hooked on that snack, and they've just been disappearing for a while. We thought we had a snake, which we don't usually have much more than gardener snakes here, and it would be unusual for a gardener snake to eat that many eggs, I think, a day. So yeah, I think the chickens are just snacking on them. Although our duck eggs, we haven't been able to find them either, and they have very hard shells. So I'm not sure, but what we did is we put some fake eggs back in. We had taken them out. We used them to start teaching the chickens where to lay eggs. And then when they were laying well, we took them out. So we put our fake eggs, golf balls, all that back in the coops. So hopefully it frustrates them. We have a timer going every hour. We're checking for eggs and grabbing them. The few times we've done that in the last couple weeks when we haven't had many eggs, we do get a lot more. So either we're catching them before the rat or whatever predator is in there eating the eggs, or we're getting them before the chickens eat them. So that's good. That will help, maybe. Yeah, those two things. Hopefully that frustrates them. Oh, and I'm gonna get them some more calcium. I think I may buy some from the store too, just until we get those eggshells going, just to up their minerals a little, especially calcium, and see if we can make it harder for them to crack them. I don't know. If you have any other suggestions, I would love to hear them, because we need more eggs. We've got all these chickens that are eating their own eggs, and then we're feeding them and taking care of them for what? They have plenty of food right now, and they're free ranging all day. Gable chased off a coyote last night that was right by the coop. He saw it, and it was right after that huge windstorm. I couldn't believe he smelled it. It was raining at the time. And sure enough, he went over there, which alerted us. We went over, and Solo was actually yelled from our balcony when he heard Gable barking over there, and he saw the coyote go running. So at least, even if Gable didn't chase it off, he did alert us that it was there. So that helped. We haven't lost a chicken for quite a while, or a duck. So we're thankful for that. But yeah, there's always something that we're learning or trying to tweak here. Whew, it's hot in here today. I don't know if everybody has this for all time on homesteads. Oh yeah, it is hot in here. It's not keeping up there. But yeah, that's our experience. Always something to learn. Of course, we're only like 1.5 years in, so we have a lot more to learn. Tori's driving them in the gator. They were down there, but they're going back to get water quick. And they'll come back. They're gonna play on the beach while the sandy beach, while we wait. Lord help us. Okay, here it is, guys. They're about 9-10 feet in right now. Yeah, you can come. They've got this system going. So sometimes he takes his shovel out to see what he's pulling out and where the rock is, or what the soil is exact right now. That's what's coming out. Good. You can see in the shade when you're playing in the sand there. It's hot. They brought all the pipes. Hopefully we need them.
Like it's little waterfalls.
Oh yeah. Guys, I see a bucket over there from the storm.
Mom,
Huh?
Seth and Peace and Desi, we made a sandcastle like a week ago, and it stood the storm.
What? That's crazy. We had 80-mile-an-hour winds here last night. I mean, that's something. I'm surprised there's not more trees down. I see a lot of branches. Oh, a dead tree down there. Some more branches in there, maybe. Not bad. We lost a huge branch across our driveway that we had to get off of the driveway last night because of all these trucks coming. Our RV was coming home last night. And then oh, I can see the water's up, guys. The water is up for sure. Because some of those weeds are buried. They were pummeled. There was a swing on a tree branch, a big tree branch outside of our deck, and that is down too. But that's pretty good for us because sometimes with lesser storms we lose quite a few trees. Maybe we already lost them. We're texting some of our friends to pray with us right now. Here we get water. Oh, the sand is extra fun when we've had rain though, huh?
It's also cold.
Oh, nice. Adding another pole. So we can go deeper. Each one is 20 feet. So we're 22 feet in right now. Now we're putting the second one down. So once this all goes through, it'll be 40. No, we're only about 23 feet in.
That's a lot of feet.
Yeah. Yeah.
Probably not very cool, is it?
It's cold, he said.
Oh, there.
Eli brought us snacks. What'd you bring? Meat sticks? Mango strips, apple chips, and more sand toys that we got the other day. Oh, thank you, Eli. And my drink. Was sand messy? Yes, but it is always worth the mess. And that dog. Jack likes to sleep under our deck, so he's sleeping up there right now. So we got about 4 to 5 feet of sand, which is okay sign, but it doesn't mean much yet until we see. Seems like it's going back into clay again, which would be not a good sign, I think. Anyway, it's a little too early to tell still. 42 feet right now, adding another pipe. It's very hot out here, but it's way easier to deal with in the shade. It's actually decent in the shade. So the kids are playing in the shade, but the well is being drilled in the sun, so I only can stand up for so long. So I'm learning a lot more this time. We hit 4 to 5 feet of sand. Sand is what water flows through, so sand is the good sign, but there was clay underneath it. 4 to 5 is decent in this area for a well. If you get 5 or more, you probably can get a well. However, it needs to be on the bedrock, and so because clay was under it, water will flow to the lowest point, that bedrock or the limestone. Sometimes there will be pockets in the limestone. So these guys actually drilled through the limestone where the other guys we had would not. But it's not 0% chance in the limestone, but it's not awesome either. So anyway, the fact that it was 4 to 5 feet of sand is probably just a pocket since it wasn't at the bottom. We're 45 feet in, and here the limestone might be like 70 to 80 feet, he said. So we still need to find sand. In good well areas, they'll find like 100 feet of sand over the limestone. We're not in a good area. He showed up. Gary showed up.
Eli showed up.
I've been here for a while.
So we got to the 70 feet range and we hit limestone, or the bedrock. That is disappointing news, but it's not over. These guys are willing to go through that. But our percent of finding water does go down a lot. So it is hard to watch. It's such a nail biter. Solo, how you feeling?
Not super excited right now because it's not looking super good. But you never know.
You never know. They did change out the drill bit to something that can go through rock. It's louder. What do you think? Are we getting water today? She says yes. These guys have been playing for hours in the sand. It's so nice that we have shade.
Where are you from? I said, I'm on a vegetarian, yes. Either Caribbean or Western Africa.
These guys have been here since 1. It's 4:30.
At Talia's house.
They don't want to go home yet. Oh, I have to step outside. I was in the sun a long time. You can see that. But also, it is extremely hot in the house. We've got it all cleaned up. Looks nice. But it's so hot. Our air conditioning is not working. Let me give you the well update. It's just not a real good news day. So the air, you don't care about that, but it already has broken once this summer. And we had to replace a really expensive part. A friend helped us do it, which did save us so much money, but yeah, that was rough. And now it's not working. I feel like each summer we have had it not working. And it gets hot. We do have a basement that's cool. But it's actually cooler outside right now. It's 10 degrees hotter than the air is set to. So that's rough. The well. The well is not over yet. I'm going to continue this vlog tomorrow. So they went bedrock, limestone, whatever, was about, it was really bedrock, was about 78 feet. So then they changed that attachment at the bottom to something that could go through the rock, and they kept going, and they went about 28 more feet, I think he said, and then they quit for the day. So they're like, how much water would you be okay with? If we can get like 1 gallon a minute, would you be fine with that? I think I would be fine with that. Generally when they do that, that's not a very good well, but they would put storage, water storage in your basement, which I'm great with. I don't care if it takes a lot of room. We don't have a lot of storage space. We have one storage room that's a decent size, but we'll have a washer and dryer in there. It's not, we didn't build a lot of storage. Unless we gave up a bedroom for it or something. But we could get some, like he said, if you get a 200 to 300 plastic tank down there, 200 to 300 gallon, or a couple of them, 200 to 300 would last you for the day, basically all your needs. If you didn't store it, you would definitely be very frustrated, but if you stored it, you know, through the night, it's gonna fill up and stuff. So I was thinking, man, if we could get 2 of those or 3 of those, that'd be great, but I'd be happy with that because it's better than the rural water. But it's kind of a decision we have to make if we try for that, because right now nothing looked very hopeful. So we got that 4 to 5 feet of sand, then there was real thick clay under it. That sand was kind of dirty, which is not a great sign either. And then they said we would like to go another 20 to 40 feet through the limestone just to see. Then we'll know, because once in a while they do get it. It's not very often. So then you just know while you're down there that you did what you could. So every foot is like $12 for drilling. So when you're at 100 feet, you're at $1,200. So it does cost us to maybe have nothing. But once you start putting casing in and things like that, it really starts adding up. So you could put casing in just to see if you're getting any water. Even when it's not super obvious, but you do run the risk of not getting any, and the cost is going up a lot again, and it starts racking up a lot quicker, they said, once you start doing that. So tomorrow morning they're coming at 8:30, so Solo and I are going to meet them down there. They want to keep drilling, but they'll measure the water first, and if it stayed the same or rose the water level, then that means that 4 or 5 feet of sand is putting out something, and it might be worth just putting casing in. So there's a little hope with the sand, and there's a little hope drilling farther into the limestone, but both of those were very little hope. They said they do some Hail Mary wells in places like this where you really just need a well. We really need a well. They hate drilling in places like this, and I think I asked him, is this like the worst area you have? And he said no, but it's number 2 or 3. So we knew it was a very long shot, but you know, sometimes you gotta shoot your shot. I'm reminded that somebody wrote a comment recently and said, you always get whatever you want. I don't know if it was a good comment or like a jealousy kind of hate comment. I'm not sure, but it's like definitely not the case. Nobody gets everything they want. We very well may not get any water at all. And we may pay a lot of money to find out that we get no water and still have to pay a lot, many times that, to bring water from the little house to the big house. Also, if I got everything I want, I would still be pregnant. Remember, I lost a baby in May that was due with in October, so nobody gets everything they want. Goodness. There's our farmer out there. He takes our alfalfa, and then he brings us alfalfa when we need it, or hay for our cows. We have a great relationship. It's a trade relationship now at this point, and I love it. He's the one that gave us the bowl to borrow. I love that about country living, like just having barter relationships. We don't feel like we have a lot to offer, but we have some acres of alfalfa. Thank you, Jesus. We don't have any water to offer anybody, but I take that back. That wasn't our farmer, that was our builder. I think he's going to smooth out the lagoon because they're going to build a fence on it in the next couple days. In our next video, I promise I'll give you a house update. A lot of things are happening. It's much slower because it's trim work, but it looks beautiful. And they started laying tile today. I mean, they got the groundwork ready for it. I forgot that Solo talked me into heated floors in the master bath, and that's where they started. So there's this weird thing they put down in the master bathroom underneath the tile. Oh yeah, so there's no tile yet, but it's coming. Okay, I'm looking at the whole thing. Wow. Hey, Jack. I need to go clean myself up. I'm supposed to be speaking on a virtual homeschool panel, or I'm answering questions about homeschooling. I need to get myself in order, find a cool spot. Wow! Ooh, you guys almost crossed paths there. I need to get myself cleaned up. I need to find a clean, cool place to sit so I'm not sweating bullets. And I think Solo's gonna get these kids out of the house. What a day. What a day. Next day. Boy, I should have vlogged yesterday, but chaos broke out. Yesterday was a hard day. So I went to my Aunt Sharon's house to do that. I had to do like a conference, okay, online, live. I needed a quiet place. It was so hot here because the air wasn't working, and it was loud and chaotic. I get a text while I'm in that conference. I think I held it together okay. Solo wrote me that the cows are out. Now mind you, our cows have not gotten out since the middle of the dead of winter storm in January. But once they get out, they know they can get out, and they keep getting out. So Luka was home, thankfully, so he and Luka and Eli got the cows back in after a lot of work. They were out there in the alfalfa field. So they lured them back with corn. They gave them all the corn we have. I don't know if they're gonna have stomach aches today or what. And Micah was writing me, he was at football practice. The boys had been detasseling the whole day. I don't know why he went to football practice, because that was a lot. He was writing me that he needs a ride home. I came home finally after that thing, and then picked him up, and then I saw the cows. I thought, okay, everything's okay. Solo just got the air working again. Peace wasn't feeling good. An hour or two later, Nessa started barking like crazy. The cows were out again. She was alerting him. He was actually, the air stopped working again. He was outside working on it, and he realized, I don't see him anywhere. And we went and looked in their shed. They weren't there. They were down the road, like a long way down the road. Oh my goodness. He was in his truck. Luka and I were in his little car. Eli was in the gator, and we went and we pushed them. Luka got out and walked, so we had 3 vehicles and Luka walking, and we pushed them gently. They're pregnant, you know, they look pretty pregnant. What is that beeping? We pushed them all the way home, and it took a while to get them back in that time. Luka and Eli both got hurt in the process on a fence. just a nightmare. The air started working and stopped working several times. I'm not sure what's going on with that. Whew, we got to get help with it today because it was a miserable night. The cows stayed in, but we were so worried about them all night because we couldn't get them to their little fencing area. And it was real dark by that point. So I think the electric fence had gone off both times. And that's how they got out. But I don't know. I gotta figure out what's beeping. Okay, so anyway, Solo's messing with something there. Our alarm system. All of that to say, it was a rough night. I spent some of it sleeping in the basement because I could not stand the heat. I was so hot. Just a rough day, but today's gonna be much better. We're going to, they are still not working. It was cool last night. It's supposed to be in the 90s today. We'll figure that out. But the well guys are coming back, so let's go see what happened with the water. I wish I had the state of mind when the cows get out to grab the camera, but I never do. You'll know we're real comfortable with cows when I finally film it when they get out one day. We go into crisis mode. But it would have been a good sight yesterday. Luka said we were like modern day cowboys, herding our cows down the road with cars. We were just down talking to the well guys. They got water at 6 or 7 feet, which means he said they don't trust it when it should be at least 20 feet. So it's like something may have collapsed and the water's like stacking on top of that collapsed point. So that was not an answer for us. Anyway, in the end, just putting a well in is the only way to find out if that sand is giving any water. And he said it was about, what, 50-50 chance?
Yeah. Yeah, about a 50-50 chance, he says. Sometimes he does those Hail Mary. Because it wasn't inconclusive. Or it wasn't conclusive, I should say. It was inconclusive. But, so we tried to kind of walk through all the different scenarios. And to make a decision is kind of hard because the cost dramatically increases once you decide to go for the well. When it's just a hole,
yeah,
you know, you're out some money.
Yeah.
And you gave it a try. Right?
Yeah.
And so
you're out like maybe $1,500 to $2,000. Put in a well.
And it goes up.
It's going to what? Like
around 6.
6 or more, or 6?
No, it's. I think we calculated it. If we did it now instead before drilling some more.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And so, but as we walk through the different variables, he says it's a very it's likely that we will get maybe a slow, because you know we'll get water. He just doesn't know if it'll be enough to
do anything.
Unless we have some kind of storage system.
Yeah.
To do that. So that's kind of. And then Sarah asked, if you were in the scenario, if it was you, what would you do? And so he says, yeah, I would drill it. I would take the chance on this.
Yeah, because obviously getting off of rural water is important.
Yeah, the rural water district we have, they have trouble, and that's why we are actually doing the well.
Yeah.
Because they have trouble. Their wells were put in like in the 70s, but there's been such exponential growth in this area that they never planned for, and so it's putting a really burden on the system. It's unsustainable for them. So,
yeah.
But it takes a lot of money to expand and to be able to do.
And he said it's going to be years before they're able to do anything.
Yeah.
Which they keep telling us, oh, very soon, very soon.
No, but even when I talk to them, they said, no, not very soon. They said they don't know.
Oh.
They're working towards it. It could happen quicker than not, but they don't even know either. So.
But when we bought the property about almost 2 years ago, they
that was the realtor who said that.
Oh, they said, yeah, within the next year it should be done. So anyway, we're taking our chance. The bottom line is we won't know till we put a well in, and we're taking our chance, and we're so nervous.
So in the next 3 hours,
we'll know.
Be praying. But you'll be seeing this video after the fact.
Yeah. Exactly. We're praying, believe me.
Praying right now,
so we're meeting back at noon to see what happened. Anyway, we're willing to give up a lot of storage space to store water, our workout room, our storage room, whatever
works.
Yeah,
People used to do it in the olden days.
Yeah, he said he drilled a lot in Kansas that pump 1 or 2 gallons a minute, and they live by just fine. So,
Lord help us.
You want to hear?
I can tell by your eyes.
They're getting 3 to 4 gallons a minute.
No, you're kidding. No, you're.
I was trying to act so sad.
Are you You're kidding me?
No, we were screaming.
No, you're kidding me. Are you kidding me? Oh Lord! Oh my Lord! I can't even believe it.
It's awesome.
I'm gonna listen to them tell me so I can believe that.
He said once the water clear, right now it's getting the gunk out. It could even be 5.
Thank you, Lord.
Gary called and said we'll still do some storage, so we never run out. But isn't that awesome? The kids were screaming.
That was so awesome. That is so good. Where are the kids?
No, they're up there. Well, we're back to the sand. We could not be more thankful. This is just a miracle. Truly, there were no signs of good water. They told us 50-50 chance because there's no sign. But sometimes they don't even know if it's coming through that, what they thought was just a pocket of sand, or if it's just coming from somewhere else. We won't even ever know, probably. They'll pump out, they're gonna keep pumping, trying to clear it for several hours, then they'll quit, and the pump guy will come install an old pump down there and run it for days to clear out the water. And then we will hook it up to our house. So extremely exciting. This is gonna save us so much money over the long run, plus the initial cost of bringing water from the other house, and just the peace of mind knowing that we have a well and we're not reliant on the system. It's huge, and we're very thankful. It has been such a roller coaster. It was very hard to focus this morning. What a relief, huh?
Oh my goodness, I feel so grateful.
Oh,
so grateful.
The kids could tell when Gary called me on the phone. I was like, what? Are you kidding me? And then they all started jumping up and down and screaming, so I didn't get that on camera, but we're obviously very excited, very thankful to the Lord for having mercy on us in this well situation.
Oh wow.
Woo! We feel like we're living in a desert when we're trying to get water everywhere. That's what my mom said. It sounds like you're living in a desert.
You know, 2 weeks ago I was praying about it, and I was thinking of the story about how God gave Moses water out of a rock.
That's what it feels like.
Then, but then in the morning I call your dad, and he says, oh, we'll know in the next 2 to 3 hours. Please be praying for us. And you know what he says? Well, I'll be praying. And you know, the Lord brought water out of the rock. And they literally had to dig through the rock.
Yeah. They don't even know where the water's coming from, yeah.
Is it coming from the pond?
No, it better not be. Yeah, they don't know if it's coming through that little layer of sand or somewhere else. He said we'll never know.
Oh, wow.
Oh, I don't even care. It's water.
And it's more that we were like okay with half the amount, you know, and now, oh.
Yeah. Oh, anyway, thank the Lord.
So good.
All right, guys,
so
we'll
good.
talk to you in the next video. We'll show you more house update. They're working on the downspouts today. That's cool. Laying
Not
tile.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I knew that.
Did
Yeah.
you see the tile?
No, I didn't go in yet. He
Well,
just
in
did.
one of the bathrooms, they done quite a bit already.
I'm gonna vlog again on a weekend when nobody's in there, so I can show you in the daylight really well. So we'll talk to you later. Bye.